Welcome back, coin hunters. You know what? The coin I'm holding in my hand right now is not a common coin. This is one of the most wanted coins in American history. And believe me when I tell you, you have not seen this coin before. I guarantee it. Why? Because this channel always brings you the most valuable and super rare coins. We don't waste your time with ordinary pocket change. No. We show you the real treasures. The coins that are worth thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is where you get valuable information about old rare coins that could change your life. This is where you learn what to look for. This is where you discover if that old coin sitting in your drawer is worth a fortune. If you have any coins at home and you want to know the details, the history, the true value, then you need to subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Because we're about to show you something absolutely incredible. Every single video on this channel is packed with rare coins, expert information, and the knowledge you need to become a successful coin collector. We're here to help you identify treasures. We're here to show you what serious collectors are paying big money for. So get ready. Because what I'm about to show you today is going to blow your mind. These are coins that most people will never see in their entire lives. But you're here. You're watching. And you're about to learn something amazing. First up, we have a 1982 No Mint Mark red penny. And when I tell you the value of this coin, you're going to stop breathing for a moment. This beautiful red penny is worth $60,000. $60,000 for a penny. Now, you need to understand something. You have not seen this red penny in your entire life. I'm serious. Because there are only a few of these in the entire world. This is not something you come across every day, every year, or even every decade. But wait. There's more. This is not just a red penny. Oh no. This coin has an edge error too. Let me say that again. This is a red penny with an edge error. Do you understand what that means? One penny, with two rare characteristics. Red color and an error. That combination is absolutely insane. Think about it. Red toning alone is super rare. Edge errors alone are super rare. But both together on the same coin? That's like winning the lottery twice on the same day. This is the kind of coin that collectors dream about their entire lives. These coins are not common. In fact, they're so rare that when one appears at auction, collectors from around the world compete to own it. We're talking about serious collectors with serious money who are willing to pay thousands, no, tens of thousands, of dollars to add this to their collection. Let me give you some real auction results to prove just how valuable these coins are. In 2002, a red penny, just the red color, no error, sold for $20,000. $20,000. That was over 20 years ago. And that was just for the red toning. Then in 2010, at Heritage Auctions, one of the biggest, most respected auction houses in the world, an edge error penny sold for $15,000. $15,000 for the edge error alone. Now, are you following what I'm saying? A red penny alone is worth $20,000. An edge error penny alone is worth $15,000. So what happens when you have both characteristics on the same coin? The value explodes. If you have a 1982 No Mint Mark penny with both the red color and the edge error, and it's graded MS68, which is near perfect condition, the value can cross $100,000. $100,000 for a single penny. That's not a typo. That's real money. Why is it worth so much? Because it's hard to find. Actually, it's not just hard, it's nearly impossible to find. Collectors search their entire lives and never find one. That's the level of rarity we're talking about here. Look at this red color. This is natural red toning that developed over decades. The copper in the penny reacted with the environment in just the right way to create this gorgeous, vibrant red surface. And this only happens under very specific conditions that we still don't fully understand. Most pennies turn brown over time. They oxidize and lose their brightness. But a small number, a tiny number, develop this beautiful red color instead. And when they do, collectors go absolutely crazy for them. Now let me show you the edge error. Look at this edge closely. See how it's different? See how the metal has been displaced? This happened during the minting process. The blank planchet wasn't properly centered, or there was a problem with the collar die, and it created this unique edge characteristic. Edge errors are incredibly rare because the US Mint has quality control procedures to catch these mistakes. Most error coins are destroyed before they ever leave the mint. But a precious few, slip through. And this is one of them. On the obverse side, you can see Lincoln's portrait. Even with that gorgeous red toning, every detail is sharp and clear. The date, 1982, is perfectly struck. The word liberty is crisp. And the motto, "In God We Trust," is completely legible. The strike quality on this coin is exceptional. That's important because a weak strike would reduce the value. But this is a strong, full strike with every detail visible. Combined with the red color and edge error, you've got numismatic perfection. Flip it to the reverse side, and you see the Lincoln Memorial. The columns are clearly defined. The inscriptions, United States of America, and 1 cent, are sharp. And that red toning covers the entire coin uniformly. Front and back, this penny glows with that incredible red color. The MS-68 grade I mentioned earlier, that's crucial. The grading scale goes from 1 to 70, with 70 being absolute perfection. MS-68 means this coin is nearly flawless. Maybe 1 or 2 microscopic imperfections that you need magnification to see, but otherwise perfect. When you combine MS-68 grade with red toning and an edge error, you create the perfect storm of rarity and desirability. Every serious penny collector, every error coin specialist, every investor looking for rare numismatic pieces, they all want this coin. The 1982 date is significant too. This was a transitional year for pennies. The US Mint changed the composition from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc. So you have pennies from 1982 in both compositions. That adds another layer of complexity and collectability. Some 1982 pennies weigh 3.1 grams. Those are the copper ones. Others weigh 2.5 grams. Those are the zinc ones. And depending on which composition this red error penny is, it could affect the value even more. The no mint mark designation means this was minted in Philadelphia. Philadelphia pennies from 1982 don't have a mint mark. That's normal. But what's not normal is finding one with red toning and an edge error in MS-68 condition. Let me tell you about the auction market for coins like this. When a major auction house like Heritage, Stack's Bowers, or Legend Rare Coin Auctions features a coin like this in their catalog, it generates massive buzz. Collectors mark their calendars. They set aside funds. They prepare to bid. The bidding starts, and it's intense. Floor bidders raising their paddles. Phone bidders on the line. Internet bidders clicking frantically. Everyone wants this coin. The price climbs higher and higher. $30,000. $40,000. $50,000. And it keeps going. Why? Because these collectors know this might be their only chance to own a coin like this. They know another one might not appear at auction for years, maybe decades. So they're willing to pay top dollar, $60, $000, $80,000, even $100,000 if it's the right example. The rarity factor cannot be overstated. Out of billions of pennies minted in 1982, how many have red toning? Maybe a few hundred? How many have edge errors? Maybe a few hundred? How many have both? Maybe 5? Maybe 10? Maybe less? Nobody knows the exact number because these coins are so rare that a comprehensive census doesn't exist. But we know they're out there. We know they exist. And we know that when they're found, they're worth a fortune. If you have 1982 pennies, you need to check them right now. Look for red color. Look at the edges. Compare the edge to a normal penny. If you see any difference, get it examined by a professional. Don't assume it's worthless just because it's a penny. This kind of thinking causes people to miss $60,000 treasures. They spend it at the store. They toss it in a jar and forget about it. They don't realize they're holding a small fortune. This is why I'm so passionate about educating people on this channel. I want you to know what to look for. I want you to recognize rare coins. I want you to find treasures and change your life. The red color on this penny, it's mesmerizing. The way it catches light. The way it glows. It's like holding a tiny piece of fire. It's beautiful, it's rare, and it's worth $60,000. The edge error adds that extra element of rarity. It proves this coin survived the minting process with a mistake intact. It's a piece of minting history. It's a documented error that can never be replicated. And the MS-68 grade confirms the quality. This isn't a beat-up, damaged coin. This is a premium example. This is investment-grade material. This is what serious collectors and investors want in their portfolios. When you hold a coin worth this much money, you feel different. You handle it carefully. You appreciate every detail. You understand that this isn't just metal, this is wealth. This is history. This is art. This is everything that makes coin collecting incredible. This 1982 no mint mark red penny with edge error in MS-68 condition, it represents the pinnacle of modern penny collecting. It's proof that even recent coins can be incredibly valuable when they have the right characteristics. If you find one of these, your life changes. $60,000 can pay off debt. It can fund education. It can be a down payment on a house. It can change your financial situation. All from one penny. So check your pennies. Look for red color. Examine those edges. Don't overlook the small coins. The most valuable treasures often come in the smallest packages. This rare coin in my hand, this $60,000 red error penny, what a treasure. What a find. What an incredible example of how rare coins can be worth life-changing amounts of money. Next up, what I'm about to show you is going to absolutely shock you. This is also a super rare coin that you need to see. This is a 1976 black penny. Look at this. Look at this black color. I have been collecting coins for years, and I can tell you, seeing a black penny like this is extremely uncommon. This is something special. This is something extraordinary. And the value? This stunning 1976 black penny is worth $15,000. $15,000. Yes, you heard me right. A single penny from 1976 with natural black patina worth $15,000. Now I know what you're thinking. Black? How can a penny be black? Well, let me tell you. This is not dirt. This is not corrosion from being buried in the ground. This is natural black patina that has developed over nearly 50 years under very specific environmental conditions. The black color you're seeing is the result of a chemical reaction between the copper and the penny and elements in the environment. Over decades, this penny was exposed to certain conditions that created this deep, rich, uniform black surface. And it's absolutely stunning. What makes this 1976 black penny worth $15,000 is the incredible rarity of this type of coloration. Out of the billions, yes, billions, of pennies minted in 1976, only a handful have developed this natural black patina. We're talking about maybe 20 to 30 examples in the entire world. That's it. This is the bicentennial year too. 1976 was America's 200th birthday. While quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins got special bicentennial designs, pennies kept their regular design. But this black penny from that historic year? It's become a collector's treasure in its own right. Look at the depth of this black color. It's not a light gray. It's not brown. It's black. Deep, dark, rich black that almost looks like polished obsidian. When you tilt this coin under light, you can see this subtle luster underneath the black surface. It's mesmerizing. The uniformity of the black patina is crucial to the value. This isn't spotty. It's not blotchy. The black color covers the entire coin evenly, front and back. That uniform coverage is what serious collectors are looking for. That's what makes it worth $15,000. Let me show you the obverse side. Even through that gorgeous black patina, you can still see Abraham Lincoln's profile. The details are preserved underneath. You can make out his features, his beard, the contours of his face. The date, 1976, is clearly visible. The word, liberty, is readable. And the motto, in God we trust, is still there. The black patina hasn't destroyed the design, it's enhanced it. It creates this incredible contrast where the high points of the design show slight variations in the black tone, while the recessed areas are deeper black. It's like looking at a three-dimensional sculpture. Now flip it to the reverse side. The Lincoln Memorial is spectacular. Even with that black surface, you can see the columns, the structure, the architectural details. The inscriptions, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent, are all visible through the black patina. This black coloration is stable. That's important. It's not going to flake off. It's not going to continue changing. It's reached a chemical equilibrium where it will stay like this for decades to come. That stability is what makes it collectible and valuable. The condition of the underlying coin is excellent too. This isn't a damaged penny that happens to be black. No. The strike is strong. The details are sharp. There's minimal wear. The coin itself is in wonderful condition, which is why it can command $15,000. Now, here's what makes this particularly fascinating from a scientific standpoint. The specific environmental conditions required to create this black patina on copper are not fully understood. We know it involves oxygen, sulfur compounds, moisture levels, temperature variations, and time. But the exact recipe? It's a mystery. That's why you can't just create these artificially. Sure, you could chemically treat a penny to make it black, but collectors would know immediately. The patina wouldn't look right. It wouldn't have that natural, stable appearance. Professional graders can spot artificial toning instantly. This natural black patina took decades to form. It's the result of time and chemistry working together to create something unique. Something beautiful. Something that's worth $15,000 to collectors who appreciate natural toning. The 1976 date adds historical significance. This was the year America celebrated its bicentennial. There were fireworks, parades, celebrations across the nation. And this penny was minted during that historic year. It's a piece of American history with incredible numismatic value. Black-toned pennies are among the rarest types of naturally toned coins. Red toning? More common. Rainbow toning? Somewhat common. Brown toning? Very common. But true deep uniform black? That's the unicorn of penny toning. When auction houses feature black-toned pennies like this, they generate serious interest. Collectors who specialize in toned coins, and there are many serious collectors in this niche, they compete fiercely for examples like this. I've seen bidding wars break out over black pennies. Starting bid might be $5,000, and before you know it, it's at $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, and sometimes even higher depending on the exact condition and the intensity of the black color. The $15,000 valuation is based on recent market activity. Black-toned pennies in exceptional condition with uniform, stable patina have sold in this range. And the market for toned coins is strong. Demand is high. Supply is extremely limited. If you have pennies from the 1970s, especially from 1976, you need to examine them carefully. Look for unusual colors. Black, blue, purple, red, any color that's different from normal brown copper. Don't assume it's damaged. It could be valuable patina. The key is understanding the difference between natural patina and damage. Natural patina is uniform, stable, and aesthetically pleasing. It enhances the coin's appearance. Damage from corrosion or environmental exposure looks rough, uneven, and unattractive. There's a big difference. This 1976 black penny represents the perfect example of natural patina. It's smooth. It's uniform. It's beautiful. It doesn't detract from the coin. It makes it more desirable. That's why collectors pay $15,000 for it. Think about the journey this penny has been on. Minted in 1976 during America's bicentennial celebration. It could have circulated for a while, or maybe it was stored early. Over the decades, it developed this incredible black surface. Someone recognized its uniqueness. They preserved it. And now it's worth $15,000. The contrast between this black penny and the previous red penny is fascinating. Both are rare. Both are valuable. But they're completely different in appearance. The red penny glows with warmth and fire. This black penny has elegance and mystery. Both are treasures in their own right. If I had to describe the visual appeal of this black penny, I'd say it's sophisticated. It's refined. It's the kind of coin you display in a premium holder under proper lighting. It commands respect. It demands attention. It's a conversation piece. Collectors who focus on building sets of naturally toned pennies from different years, this 1976 black example would be a crown jewel in that collection. It's not something you can just go out and find. You have to wait for one to appear on the market. The rarity, the beauty, the historical significance of the 1976 date, the exceptional condition, the stable black patina, all of these factors combine to create a $15,000 penny. That's the magic of numismatics. That's the power of rarity. I am genuinely impressed by this coin. After showing you that incredible $60,000 red penny with the edge error, I wanted to show you that different types of rare characteristics create value in different ways. Red toning and errors? $60,000. Black patina and historical significance? $15,000. Both are rare. Both are valuable. Both are coins that most people will never see in their lifetime. And I'm honored to share them with you on this channel. This 1976 black penny, what a treasure! What a beauty! What an incredible example of how natural processes can create numismatic value. $15,000 for a penny with perfect black patina. Check your old pennies. Look for unusual colors. Look for black, especially. If you find a black penny, don't clean it. Get it examined by a professional. You could be holding thousands of dollars in your hand. This rare 1976 black penny worth $15,000. Absolutely stunning. A completely different type of rarity from the first coin, but equally impressive. What an amazing find. Stay with me because we have more incredible coins coming up. Each one is unique. Each one is valuable. Each one could be in your collection right now. Next up. And wait until you see this. Oh my God, this is incredible. We have a 1940 silver Jefferson nickel with red color. And I need you to understand, this combination is absolutely insane. The value? This amazing coin is worth $25,000. $25,000. Now, here's why this is absolutely mind-blowing. The 1940 Jefferson nickel is already collectible because it's from the early years of the series. But when you find one with this gorgeous red toning on that silver surface, that takes it to a completely different level. Look at this color. That red is absolutely spectacular on the silver nickel. It's not like red on copper pennies. No. The way the silver underneath reflects through that red patina creates this unique, brilliant, almost glowing appearance that you cannot find on regular coins. This red toning developed naturally over 84 years. The 75% copper and 25% nickel composition reacted with the environment in just the right way to create this stunning red surface. And it's so rare. Out of millions of 1940 nickels, maybe only a handful developed this vibrant red color. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait looks magnificent. The details are sharp against that beautiful red-silver surface. His profile, his hair, every feature pops with that gorgeous color. The date, 1940, is perfectly clear. The word liberty is crisp. Flip it over to Monticello on the reverse. The architectural details of Jefferson's home are still visible through that stunning red patina. The steps, the dome, the columns, everything is preserved. And that red color makes it all stand out beautifully. The condition is exceptional. Strong strike. Sharp details. Original luster showing through the red toning. This is museum-quality material. This is why collectors will pay $25,000 for it. The 1940 date is significant too. This is from the second year of the Jefferson nickel series. Early dates are always more collectible. Combine that with ultra-rare red toning, and you've got a $25,000 coin. Only a few 1940 nickels with this type of vibrant, uniform red toning are known to exist. When one appears at auction, serious collectors compete fiercely. Bidding goes higher and higher because they know they might never see another one. The red on silver creates a completely different visual effect than red on copper. It's brighter. It's more vibrant. It's almost luminescent. When light hits this coin, it practically glows. If you have 1940 Jefferson nickels, check them for unusual colors. Red, orange, rainbow, anything different. Don't assume it's dirty. It could be worth $25,000. This 1940 silver Jefferson nickel with red toning worth $25,000. What a treasure. Completely different from everything we've seen. Early date plus rare natural toning equals massive value. Next up. What I'm about to show you is going to absolutely blow your mind. This is a super rare coin that you have not seen before. I guarantee it. This is a 1979 red quarter. Look at this. Look at this red color. I have been in the coin collecting world for years, and I can tell you with complete confidence, you do not see this type of coin. This is extraordinarily rare. This is museum-level material. And when I tell you the value, you need to be sitting down. This stunning 1979 red quarter is worth $72,000. $72,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. A quarter from 1979 worth $72,000. My hands are shaking right now. I can barely hold this coin steady because I understand the magnitude of what I'm holding. This is not just a collectible. This is not just a rare coin. This is a life-changing amount of money in a single quarter. Let me tell you exactly why this 1979 red quarter is so incredibly valuable, and why collectors around the world would fight to own this piece. First and foremost, that red color. Look at how vibrant it is. Look at how it covers the entire coin. This is not a spot of red here or there. This is complete, uniform, natural red toning that has developed over 45 years. And it is absolutely spectacular. The red toning on quarters is exponentially rarer than on pennies. Why? Because quarters are made of copper-nickel clad composition. They don't naturally develop red toning the way copper pennies do. For a clad quarter to turn red requires extremely specific, almost miraculous environmental conditions. Out of the billions, yes, billions, of 1979 quarters that were minted, maybe only 5 to 10 examples have developed this type of vibrant, uniform red color. That's not hundreds. That's not thousands. That's literally less than 10 coins in the entire world. That level of rarity is what drives the value to $72,000. This red color is the result of a chemical reaction between the copper-nickel layers and elements in the atmosphere over decades. The exact conditions that create this specific shade of red are so rare, so difficult to replicate, that scientists and numismatists still study these coins trying to understand the process. Look at the brilliance of this red. It's not dull. It's not faded. It's bright. It's vibrant. It's like the coin is on fire. When light hits this quarter, it glows with this warm, intense red color that is absolutely mesmerizing. I could stare at this coin for hours. The uniformity is crucial to the value. This red toning doesn't have dark spots. It doesn't have areas where it's fading. The color is consistent across the entire obverse surface. That uniform coverage is what separates a good toned coin from a $72,000 masterpiece. Let me show you the obverse side in detail. George Washington's portrait is still clearly visible through that gorgeous red patina. Every detail is preserved. You can see the features of his face. The powdered wig. The contours of his profile. The date, 1979, is perfectly legible. The word liberty is sharp and clear. But here's what's amazing. The red toning doesn't obscure the design. Instead, it enhances it. The way the red settles into the recessed areas while the high points show slight variations in tone creates this incredible three-dimensional effect. It's like the portrait is coming alive. The motto, "In God We Trust," is still readable. Every letter stands out against that red background. The strike quality on this coin is exceptional. This was a well-struck quarter when it left the mint, and that strong strike combined with the red toning creates visual perfection. Now flip it over to the reverse side. Oh my goodness! The eagle is magnificent. Even through that beautiful red patina, you can see the eagle with its wings spread wide. The arrows and olive branch in its talons are clearly defined. The details in the feathers are still visible. The inscriptions, United States of America, and $quarter, are perfectly readable. And circling the top you have, E pluribus unum, our national motto. Every element of the design is preserved underneath that stunning red surface. The red toning on the reverse is just as spectacular as the obverse. Both sides of this coin have that same vibrant, uniform red color. That double-sided perfection is what makes this a $72,000 coin. If only one side had red toning, the value would be significantly less. But both sides? That's the jackpot. Now, let me talk about the condition of this coin. The underlying quarter is in exceptional shape. The surfaces are clean. There are no major scratches or damage. The luster underneath the red patina is original. This coin has been carefully preserved since 1979. If this coin were professionally graded, and a coin worth $72,000 absolutely should be, it would likely receive a high grade. We're talking MS65 or better. That high grade combined with the ultra-rare red toning is what creates this astronomical value. The 1979 date is significant for several reasons. This was during the era of clad coinage. Silver quarters ended in 1964, so by 1979, all quarters were copper-nickel clad. That composition makes the red toning even more remarkable because clad coins rarely develop this type of coloration. Also, 1979 was a high mintage year. Millions and millions of quarters were produced. But out of all those millions, only a tiny handful developed this red toning. The contrast between the huge mintage and the tiny number of red examples creates incredible scarcity. Let me share some perspective on the market for coins like this. When a major auction house like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Legend Rare Coin Auctions features a naturally toned quarter with this type of spectacular red coloration, the numismatic community takes notice. Phone lines light up. Internet bidding platforms get flooded with activity. Collectors who specialize in toned coins, and there are many wealthy collectors in this niche, they prepare their maximum bids. They know this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The auction catalog description would highlight every detail. Spectacular natural red toning. Uniform coverage on both sides. Exceptional eye appeal. Finest known example of its type. These phrases generate excitement and drive up the final price. When bidding starts, it's intense. The auctioneer calls out the bids. $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. The crowd watches in amazement as the price climbs. Collectors in the room, on the phones, and online are all competing. And when the hammer finally falls, the winning bid is $72,000 or even higher. Why do collectors pay this much? Because they understand rarity. They understand that another example might not appear for 5 years, 10 years, maybe never. They understand that natural toning like this cannot be artificially created. This is a one-of-a-kind treasure. The red color on this quarter is stable. It's not going to fade. It's not going to change. It's reached a chemical equilibrium where it will maintain this appearance for decades, probably centuries to come. That stability is essential for collectability. If you tried to artificially create this red color through chemical treatment, experts would spot it immediately. The patina wouldn't look natural. The color would be too uniform, too bright, or would have telltale signs of artificial toning. Professional graders can distinguish natural from artificial instantly. This coin represents decades of natural chemical processes. The copper-nickel composition reacting with oxygen, sulfur compounds, humidity, and temperature variations over 45 years. The specific sequence of events that created this red surface will never happen exactly the same way again. This coin is literally irreplaceable. Let me talk about the visual impact when you see this coin in person. Photographs and videos don't do it justice. The way that red color reflects light. The way it seems to glow from within. The depth and richness of the color. You have to experience it firsthand to truly appreciate it. When I hold this coin up to the light, I can see subtle variations in the red tone. Some areas are slightly deeper red. Some areas have hints of orange red. These natural variations prove this is genuine, natural toning. They add character. They add beauty. They add value. The edge of the quarter shows the copper core between the nickel layers. Even the edge has developed some red toning. The entire coin, obverse, reverse, and edge, has been affected by the same environmental conditions. That consistency is what collectors look for. This 1979 red quarter is not just rare, it's iconic. It's the type of coin that gets featured in numismatic publications. It's the type of coin that gets photographed for auction catalogs. It's the type of coin that other collectors will remember seeing years later. If you own a coin like this, you don't just have a collectible, you have an investment. You have a conversation piece. You have something that will appreciate over time as more collectors enter the market and the supply of naturally toned coins continues to shrink. Think about the financial impact. $72,000 can change someone's life. It can pay off student loans. It can be a down payment on a house. It can fund a business. It can provide financial security. All from a single quarter that most people would spend without a second thought. This is why I'm so passionate about educating people on this channel. I don't want anyone to accidentally spend a $72,000 quarter. I want you to know what to look for. I want you to check your old coins. I want you to find treasures that can change your financial future. If you have 1979 quarters, or quarters from any year in the 1970s and 1980s, you need to examine them carefully. Look for any unusual coloring. Red, orange, yellow, blue, rainbow, black, anything different from the normal silver-gray appearance. Don't assume a colored coin is damaged or dirty. Don't try to clean it. Natural toning is valuable. Cleaning destroys that value instantly. If you find a quarter with unusual color, put it in a protective holder and get it examined by a professional coin dealer or grading service. The difference between a regular 1979 quarter worth 25 cents and the $72,000 red example is purely the natural toning. Same date. Same mint. Same design. But the toning makes a $71,999.75 difference. That's the incredible power of rarity in numismatics. This coin proves that modern coins can be extremely valuable. You don't need ancient Roman coins or colonial American coins to have valuable pieces. A quarter from 1979, just 45 years old, can be worth more than most people earn in a year. The collector who owns this coin is incredibly fortunate. Whether they found it in circulation, bought it raw and had it authenticated, or purchased it at auction, they now own a piece that's worth as much as a luxury car. That's the kind of financial upside that makes coin collecting so exciting. I am absolutely in awe of this coin. The color, the rarity, the value, the beauty. Everything about this 1979 red quarter is exceptional. This is easily one of the most impressive quarters I have ever seen. After showing you the $60,000 red penny, the $15,000 black penny, and the $25,000 red Jefferson nickel, this $72,000 red quarter takes the prize for highest value. This is the crown jewel of naturally toned modern coins. The combination of extreme rarity, perfect uniform red toning on both sides, exceptional underlying condition, and strong collector demand creates this $72,000 valuation. Every factor works together to make this coin extraordinarily valuable. This is not a coin you'll see at your local coin shop. This is not a coin you'll find in a coin roll. This is a coin that appears maybe once every few years on the entire numismatic market. That's how rare it is. That's how special it is. If I had to sum up this 1979 red quarter in one word, it would be spectacular. Everything about it is perfect. The color is perfect. The coverage is perfect. The condition is perfect. It's a collector's dream come true. This super rare 1979 red quarter worth $72,000. What a treasure. What an incredible piece. What a masterpiece of natural coin toning. I feel privileged just to hold it, just to study it, just to share it with you. Remember, check your quarters. Look for unusual colors. Don't spend them without examining them first. You could be holding $72,000 in your hand and not even know it. This amazing 1979 red quarter, absolutely stunning. $72,000. Natural red toning. Super rare. One of the finest examples in existence. Wow. 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 What a coin. What a treasure. I'm still in shock. $72,000 for a quarter. Incredible. Simply incredible.